And with that out of the way, our intro now complete, let us look at how you merge mods. Well, to merge mods, you're going to need a couple of tools to start off because, well, it's a little more complicated than actually just activating mods in Mod Organizer. So the first tool you're going to need is Merge Plugins, xEdit script. This is an additional script that will be modifying TES5Edit. And TES5Edit is how we're doing our modding. And we're actually using a version of TES5Edit called xEdit. So to get the Merge Plugins plugin, you're going to want to go to the Nexus. It is ID 37981. And you will come to the page you are seeing right here. As you can see, this script only works in TES5Edit, Fallout New Vegas Edit, and xEdit. So we're also going to need xEdit. Now for this, you're going to want to go to File and download manually, because you're going to need to do this manually. And you're going to need TES5Edit, xEdit. So you're going to go to here. The link is actually provided right here, so you don't have to memorize a complex URL. You literally just have to go here. You can get the 3.0.33 beta xEdit here, which will take you to AFK mods. This particular string, this particular thread, and here you can get the xEdit file. Click it, download it, and once you've got it downloaded, you're going to need to, well, obviously install it and whatnot, but once you have actually got your edit installed, you're going to want to install it. I am being redundant again. Let's see, Skyrim. Here we go. And when you install it and create the folder for it, because it's really just an unpackable folder, not really a true installer, you'll get something like this, with less of these files up here. Anyway, you'll get a folder like this with an edit scripts folder. You're going to want to go to the files you got from the files, well, obviously the files that you got for the mod merging. I am being a little weird today, aren't I? Which will give you content sort of like that. You literally just copy this entire folder into the folder you made for TES5Edit. Just copy and replace. Nothing big and complicated there. Now that you've got that set up, you need to link it to Mod Organizer, because that makes it so much easier for setting up all of your files that you're going to merge, because you can just select them here and you won't have to have a bunch of files and put them in your base directory and all that. So how do we add TES5Edit? You go to Edit here in Mod Organizer, and you're going to create a new one. Literally all you'd have to do is type somewhere here, title, whatever it be, and you're going to link to the TES5Edit executable inside of your merge folder, where you put the files. Call it whatever you want. I'll just call this xEdit. And click close. And then when you launch, well, we're not going to launch it just yet because we want to set up everything first to make things all nice and easy for us. So the next thing you're going to want to do is figure out what mods you want to merge. For this particular file merging, we're going to be merging Amidian Born's entire collection with the unique party and radiant clothes. You're going to want, and we're going to add in unique shapes for unique weapons, TS edition. We're going to overwrite that with unique uniques, because there's a few things in unique uniques I like. And of course, I like this particular version of Chillren, so we're going to override that once again. And I like this particular version of the alternate blade of woe, so I'm going to override that even first, so I'm going to override, the unique uniques and unique shapes with those. To do that, we're going to need a sources folder. This just makes everything easier. And so in our sources folder, I have basically just gone to Mod Organizer, all of my various installed mods, found the ones that I want to use, created a new folder, Immediate Born plus Unique Merge Retextures. I literally just created a new folder, gave it my own name. If you go into that, you see I created a folder called Sources, where I've copied all of the mod folders that Mod Organizer creates when you install a mod. Just literally copy them. They're still in here. If I were to look in here, they haven't been removed. I usually remove them after I'm satisfied with the merge, because then you end up, because basically you've already got the exact same information here. If I open up these, it's the exact same file structure as any of these. So if I find alternate blade of woe, alternate blade of woe, you see it's the exact same thing. So if I were to pull it out of sources, it just prevents a duplication of file size. You can do it however way you like, but that's how I do it. I think it's cleaner to not have a duplicate in here when you're literally merging them all together. So once we have got all of our files set up and ready, the next step is a little bit more nuanced, to say the least. First of all, let's get up overwrite, because when we create our merge file, it's going to drop into overwrite. But for this particular stage, we need to first, we've got all our sources in here. We've got our base files all right here. But what we do not have is basically anything for the mod to work with. If you go here, you see all it's got is the sources, but there are no actual sources. If we look at one of my other merged files, which is the character presets, you see I've got the SKS file and no actual sources, because that was taken from the overwrite folder. If I go to fixes, you'll see that I have all these, BSA files. I have all of these meshes and script folders, and then I have the sources, and so on and so forth. The sources is there, but I also have all of the files set up how I want them. So in order to do that, we're going to need to go to Immediate Born, our created file. We need to go up to the sources, and we need to go back one, because I'm going to open up two windows, have them side by side, open in a new window. Sources on this side. There we go. Auto docking is always so nice in Windows. We're going to start off right here with Immediate Born. And what we're going to do is take everything but the meta file, let me make that very clear, copy, and paste outside of sources. So now we're building our directory structure for the merged files. And this will probably take a little bit of time. So we go back to sources, grab our next one. Actually, that's one I forgot to put in here, didn't it? Improve closed phase helmets. Ah, well. Yes. Now this information here I'm going to have to extract out into all of the meshes and whatnot, so they overwrite. Do this for all 107 conflicts, copy and replace. Control C, copy and replace. So the content add-on has been added in, and we still actually have to find and add here. This is actually a good thing. Improved closed-faced helmets. Unchecked. We want to add it to our master file for when we do our merging. Improved. I am apparently blind as I'm not seeing the obvious text for improved closed-face helmets. Improved. Sneak detection. Maybe I merged into something else. Anyway, irregardless, I think I did merge it into something else. My fixes mod, that's right. I combined the improved closed fixed helmets into my fixes mod, but whatever. Anyway, onward and upward. We still have got to. We've taken that in, so we can delete it. We've replaced the content add-on with the one for improved closed-face helmets. We need creatures, which means we need the textures file here. Once again, yes. We have the Dragonborn update. Once again, yes. Do this for all conflicts, yes. We need the unique items. So once again, yes. What we're basically doing is we're building out our file structure that we're going to be merging together. So all we want, again, everything except for the meta files. The meta files are exclusive to Mod Organizer. It's how it knows all the information in here. It reads the meta file. Again, copy and replace. And we want to add in the unique weapons for uniques. Control C, V. We want to make sure, again, our big goal here is to make sure everything overwrites everything it needs to. And we need the uniques to overwrite that. We're not using any of the alternates, but we will need the BSA files and the BSL files. So copy and paste. And of course, we want the unique party and radiant clothes. So once again, copy and paste. What are we missing? We still need to put Chillrend in there. Copy and paste. Almost done. Only one more file left. Everything but the meta file. Copy and paste. And now that we are done with our sources folder, we're going to minimize that. Go back to Mod Organizer. Make sure we have TES5Edit selected. And we're going to click run. So for this, we're going to first deal with the Admitian-born parts. So we're only going to select the Admitian-borns. We're going to merge them all together. And then we'll come through, we'll merge that file again into another file, which includes the unique weapons and then unique uniques. And then we'll go on and just do it several stages. Wait for it to finish loading everything. Dragonborn always seems to take the longest to load. Background loader is finished. So we've got the Admitian-born glass variants, differently ebony, content add-ons, Skyforge weapons, all of these. We're going to right-click on, we're going to select them all. So that's a shift select, right-click, apply a script. This new script was added by that merge plugins script that we installed to that directory. Merge plugins 0.1.7, that's the one you want to select. You'll see there's a few different scripts you can do, but you want to use merge plugins version 1.75. What you'll see here is all of the 4 you've selected copy intelligently. I always choose to uncheck renumber form IDs, so they are the same form IDs as the original. We're going to create a new file. I'm going to call this merged Admitian. Merged Admitian. Let's do its thing. There it is. Merge files created successfully. There are no errors, which is always good. And if we look here at the merged Admitian, Control S to save, always important to do. You'll notice there's a bunch of red entries. This is because this file was saved into the overwrites file, but all the stuff it needs to reference is in our mod folder, which is why we're going to have to pull it out of overwrite when we're done. But as you can see, it did copy everything it needed to copy in. So we're going to close this. Run once again. This time we're going to click off on the Admitian-born ones. And we're going to focus on just unique weapons, not unique uniques, and neither one of these two. So we're going to grab the unique uniques. We're going to grab the unique weapons, the Admitian, the unique radiant, and party clothes. Let those load. Again, let it do its thing. Wait for it to load Dawnguard and obviously Dragonborn and Hearthfires. There it is, Dragonborn once again, waiting for it to do its thing. Slow and steady wins the race, as the saying goes. Background load is finished. So we're going to take these, shift select them, apply script, to merge plugin, renumber form IDs is checked off, and we're going to see to that again, as I forgot to select the merged Admitian. unselect these. Unique Uniques is unselected. Chillrend and Blade of Woe are unselected. We'll try that again. And of course, we could just merge them all into a second file. We're still going to save files from having a Midian and all that, because with a Midian, we end up having, if you count up all the ESPs, you have something like 7 ESPs. You could just go and merge all the Midians down. You have one ESP. You merge the unique weapons and whatnot together. You have another ESP. So instead of having 7 ESPs, you're down to 2. But we're all going to try and merge them all into one. And so for that, we're going to go unique weapons and radiant clothes, apply the script, merge plugin script. We're going to not renumber form IDs, click OK. There it is. That's what I was looking for. We want to merge it into merged Midian. For some reason, it always drops back to mod organizer. File has merged and created successfully. There has been no errors, no problems, and whatnot. Merged Midian is here. And if we open up the merge Midian, we will notice there's the Nordic, there's the Stew. Now let's see. Where would the party clothes be? There we go, right at the top. Radiant Raiment. So with it saved, we close it once again. We run it once again, because now we're going to merge in just unique uniques. We're not going to deal with Chillrend and the alternate Blade of Woe just yet. Just want to get the unique uniques in there. So again, we wait for it to finish. Background loader is finished. We right-click on Unique Uniques, apply script, merge plugins 1.75, uncheck that, click OK. We're dropping it back into merged Midian. Merge file successfully, no errors. We open it up again, we'll see all that lovely stuff. Save once more. Close out of it. Reopen it for our last and final time, because now what we're merging into is our last 2 files. The Chillrend and alternate Blade of Woe. Load it up. It's still building Dragonborn, all right. Background loader is finished. So we click on Chillrend. We click on the Blade of Woe. Once again, we apply the script, merge plugins 1.75, click OK, not renumbering IDs, and as we click OK once more, we're asked where we want to merge it. We want to merge it into Merge the Midian. Keeps doing that. Your file's been successfully created. We open up Merge the Midian and save Merge the Midian because you always want to save. We'll look in Weapons. It should be under Weapons. Here we go. You can see it leads to that one, KA Blade of Woe. And if we look for Chillrend, see, class sword Chillrend, CL's Chillrend. Close out, and we are done. We are absolutely 99% done. The only thing left to do is open up the overwrite file, reopen our file that we made, take Merge the Midian, cut, copy, and paste into here, and we take all these ESPs that we would have had to deal with before, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ESPs, and delete them. Because now we've turned 9 ESPs into 1 ESP. And we will now test the mod, because it should work just fine. There's a couple ways to test. There's a couple things you want to do also once you've created it. So we're going to want to go up here to our merge file. We open it up in Mod Organizer. My double clicks are not playing nice with me. Go to the file tree. You'll see that there's just Merge the Midian. So if we uncheck every last one of these lovely, lovely babies, you'll see we're down to just the Merge the Midian. And of course, we can go over to my overpowered orc who has all this stuff. And let's make sure that I've got that open on the side. I've got this open on the side. Because what we're going to do is look in the checked files for AMID. Yes, so we've got the Midian Book of Silence. We're going to unselect all of those. You'll notice that we're down to 244 listed in the mod index. Go into the source. Alternate Blade of Woe, down to 243. We have Chillrend was not on this particular account. Uniques and unique party clothes can now be disabled. We're now down to 241. And that should be all of them, plus there'll be some new visuals now, thanks to the merging. Of course, you want to check after you've done all of that. You have your new one that you've created selected. Go to our unmade one. I'm going to move it down below the reprocker. It is saying there are missing masters for one of them. So let's find out where that is and see what we can do about it. So it's from Better Quest Objectives. There we go. We don't need that since we've just done our own thing with a Midian born. No more conflicts that you have to resolve. Switch back over to SKSE. Do a quick check here if there's anything else I need to look at. We are good. We go to run. Actually, I think I have the Blade of Woe. I know I have Chill Rend. I'm not sure if I have all of them, but here regardless. Now, when you get in, it will say that mods have changed because you've gone from using 7 mod files down to 1. And even if the form IDs haven't changed or anything else hasn't changed, it's going to say that you don't have them. Yes, we are going to continue loading. Now, this is a problem you will have. I actually have a companion who is equipped with glass armor. I gave them some glass armor just before filming, and more than likely the glass armor will be gone because the form IDs will have changed will have technically changed, even though we tried to minimize that by not renumbering form IDs. However, if I look at my companion, they'll probably not have glass armor. And in fact, the glass armor I have in my storage bin may actually be gone as well. Because even though it is still the same type, it's still called the same thing, got the same names, because we did a merge mod, the form IDs will have invariably changed. If we turn around, there's my companion still wearing the glass armor. So that managed to survive the mod merging just fine. And it looks like it is still, because I have another mod that wasn't merged in, which is the transparent glass. Let's go to my inventory where I believe I have Shilrend. I might be ordering this by name. Shilrend would be up higher, wouldn't it? There's Shilrend from the merged mod. So if I draw my weapon, we have got Shilrend, as we can see. Our lovely, lovely Shilrend. And do I have the Blade of Woe? I do not believe I have the Blade of Woe. Let me save here. Technically not, because I gave it to Tolstier.
Guess you should teach me a thing or two about magic.
So, help. Woe. Blade of Woe. There are 2 versions of the Blade of Woe. So let's add both of them. I think one is if you kill her when she's in the abandoned storeroom, abandoned building, and the other one is you get at the end of the campaign. Anyway, player dot add item 000 96 4 C9 1, and the other one is CCDC. CCDC. We go to our inventory. Both are the alternate Blade of Woe designs. Those are not uniques or unique weapons. This is from the alternate Blade of Woe, which one of the last files we merged in.
Oh, hello.
And go back to walking, go back into my private tower. I have a bunch of stuff in my storage chest that we can look at, including some thalmorized glass armor, which is from a Midian-born. Put up my chest. Thalmor boots. Those look like a Midian-born's textures, but the thalmorized glass armor is no longer in here. It vanished, because that was added by a Midian-borns to give you more variety. You can see the glass longbow. Get out of here. And let's see. This one is clearly didn't survive either. It's got an invisible texture. This is what happens when you do merging in the middle of a campaign. It's best to do it before you've picked up the item. So we're going to drop that, which is gone and vanished now since it has no world model. You probably won't be able to ever find it again, but that's the point, is that some models will break when you merge them. So now, let's see here. We want to look at the glass armor options. We want to see what glass armor the system now recognizes. So help, glass armor. As I have said, the merging mods is not for the faint of heart. ARMOR. We'll see, we've got the steel glass armor, Thalmor glass armor, a second set of Thalmor glass armor, a second set of steel glass armor, some regular glass armor. So we can add well, she's wearing the regular glass armor. Let's just add the steel glass armor and the Thalmor glass armor. There we go. Those two I will add, and we will see an example of them. Player.add item. We're going to be adding EA 330001, and then the next one will have a C after it instead of a 1. We pop out of here then, pop over, you will see there it is, steel glass armor. I must have a mate candlelight spell. Make this look a little bit easier to see. Is it illusion that's candlelight? Conjuration. Apparently I don't have candlelight, so let's fix that. CAN. 2 P's in help. I pressed it too many times. There it is, candlelight. Player.add add item 0301 A3 BF. Oh, did I add the completely wrong thing? I did. I was being an idiot once again. 0009E 2A7. Go to my books. So apparently I do know Candlelight, so what the heck? Alright, let's look at all spells. So it is under alteration, that's why. Alrighty. Now we've got some light to work with. And you can see the steel glass on me. And if I pull up the thalmorized glass, we should see a black version. And viola. As you can see, our mods have successfully. Obviously, there is a lot more in the mod that I can test. But we have done what we needed to do. We have tested our mod, we have merged them all together. We have lost some things in the process, as is natural with mod merging, which is why you usually do it before you start a campaign. But what can you do? What can you do?
Oh, hello.
Fun fact, the tail and the face that you see are actually armor from a previous mod merging. So if I were to actually go to my equipped items, not stolen, I want equipped. And take off the Alduin gear. And the cat ears, which are an actual Havoc enabled item. You'll see. Let's take off even the Thalmor, or the glass armor, Thalmorized glass armor. So you can see I'm actually an orc. The tail itself is a texture, or rather it's the model. I can de-equip the tail. It should start at the top of this Alduin dragon tail. You see, there goes the tail. I have another version in here, which is actually a Khajiit tail. And I also have a Khajiit mask, which I can remove as well. And that is from another mod merge that I did the other day. And that is mod merging, folks. So I hope you found it useful, and good luck with your future mod merging in the future. That would be today's Not Another Skyrim Mod Show. I know it took us about 50 minutes, but we did what we needed to do. So peace out, everyone, and we'll see you all in the future.